Hi Gary, Liz, and family. I decided to do a video of a presentation because I didn't want to just send you information, have you try to decipher it yourself. I thought I would give my opinion on everything that we're doing, and I can answer all your questions. And at the end of it all, if you still have questions, of course, you can call me back. But anyways, you asked about myself, so I'll just give you a quick brochure that I usually send out to people before I go see them. And this is it. I just scanned it and put it on PowerPoint here. So that's me, by the way. And the buying process, which I have involved in the flyer, it's not really important to you right now about that one, but it is when I try to get somebody for your place. Now, this here normally is for residential homes because that is the bulk of our business. But wherever you see houses, we put in property. That's all. But it's just another way of doing it. And I do have a whole selling process of doing in-depth marketing and get strategies for your property, and I'll go into that in a little while. I'm not going to go into everything fully, completely, because it'll be a 25-minute video, and we don't want to do that. But I do have everything here, which is included in the email that I'm sending you. So basically, that's about it for me. There's more information about me, of course, and we'll get it to you. Now, about what I have to do for selling your property. Okay, here we are. Technology is beautiful. I have a marketing plan I've been using for decades. As you know, I've been doing this for 33 years. I do teach new agents about how them to sell property, so I use this information for them a little bit. Now, like I said, I'm a trainer, so I teach people how to do it myself. I just want to make sure I get it correctly. Okay, my ultimate marketing plan, all that years ago, actually decades ago, just to give it a name, and it works well. So we're using the name still for all these years. Now, what we're going to be doing is a little bit different than my normal marketing plan because we're selling a piece of land, not a property, not a house, right? So I do an analysis on every property that I list and compare it with what's sold and what's available today. We want to know what our competition is. We don't normally include expired listings, especially in this market, because it was not worth that value. So we just don't bring them in. So going into everything, like I said, I'm not going to go word for word on this because we'll be here for 25 minutes, but I will be sending this with you as well. Okay, now we're not going to prepare the house, obviously, because it's a teardown. So we are going to prepare your listing, though, so the other realtors in the market will be able to see it at its highest and best interest. So we'll be getting involved in that because we do want to sell it for the most amount of money in the least amount of time. Like you said on the email, like you don't need a fast sale, 6 months, whatever. But the longer it's on the market, the harder it is to sell because people believe, which may not be true, that the property has something wrong with it or the price is wrong. So we want to market it and advertise it at the price that it should sell for. Now the market is changing crazy right now, we know that. But it is a piece of land, a lot of land, you can't finance it. So our buyer situation is going to be a little bit less than normal. But we know how to deal with that. My company is probably the largest company that sells for builders, new land and land development. We do a lot of that in our company. I do a fair amount of it, but this is what you asked about what our company would do. I'll get into that a little deeper in a minute. So, excuse me, I do expose it to the market through MLS, and we do contact realtors. I know a lot of realtors. Matter of fact, before I did this, I made a couple phone calls to guys I know that do what I do as well, and I bounced off my thoughts to them, not to ask them what they think of value. I just want them to confirm my thoughts of value. So, and while we're marketing the property, I'm not going to be not keeping in contact. I'm going to contact you on a regular basis, give you updates and feedback. Usually on Fridays I do that, unless something comes up that day. But I will let you know what's going on with the property, what's not going on, and it will take it from there. I will be there all the time. Gary, when I had your other property for sale, I wasn't a secret agent. Anyways, so like I said, we want to get the property sold in the least amount of time. So that's basically what I do. I review all the offers and we look at them and we look at them all for consideration. In this market, we don't know. We don't know if we're going to get 12 offers in one day with withhold offers. I'm finding that in land, we don't usually withhold offers. We just try to get it sold, put it out there at the right price. So we can go over all that pricing and everything in a minute. Okay? And I'm around forever, you know that. So, and it's not just as soon as the sale is complete, we forgot about you and get on to the next one. No, I'm around to make sure that everybody's satisfied, and especially right to the day of closing. Okay, so that's that. So let me get out of here and get into what you probably care about, the price of the property. Now, I pulled off 9 comparables. Now, the reason why I have 9 is there's a lot of comparables that are in the area, which they're commercial. I actually have one commercial listing on here just to show you. I don't believe that we should be marketing a commercial listing with this because it's comparable, because they're not the same animal. But this is what we do have. Okay, let me pull this up, make it larger for us. Now, 711 York Road in Dundas. You can see on the screen here, it is it's a comparable in the way that it's vacant land. It's us off Old Gulf Road. It's active right now for $489.9. Now it's like just under 4 acres, I believe. So it is. It's got 306 frontage, a smaller frontage than yours. So, but we don't go by acres in this. We can't divide it by 4 and figure out how many thousands worth per acre, because once it goes past a certain amount, the dirt in the back doesn't have the value as the dirt in the front. So that's something we have to keep in mind. So this here is located right by Highway 6, right there, close to you guys, and it's showing what the area has for amenities. But me personally, it's comparable. So, but it's not 1/4 of the value. Now the one on Highway 6, this is huge. Now it is mostly here. You see, it's Highway 6 and it's commercial property. So I just wanted to give it to you as a comparable because it's close by, but it's 1.299. So I really don't want to use this as a comparable, but I wanted to let you know I know it's there. Okay. Now on Highway 8, there's another property here. They're asking 1.9 million. That's a lot of money, but it is already draft plan approved to sever off the lots. It has 5 lots. One already has a house on it, so you're going to get 4 more lots after that. So this is something we know there's value in down the road, and I'll probably be using this as part of my advertising strategy for somebody who's thinking about getting a property like yours and wanting to sever it to 3 different lots. Because right now we can only sell what we have. No, we don't sell futures. So that's what we have here. Okay, so that's what we know. It might be worth one day down the road. Okay, now here's one right in the heart of Dundas. It's sold for $565. It's 3 acres. It's over 3 acres actually, and it's in the middle of a subdivision. So for some reason, whatever, all these houses were built around this one property, and now it just sold. I guess someone could probably go in there and develop it, and it's sold for $565. So that's the prices we have there. Now on Mud Street in Hamilton, this is for sale for like 2.5 years. Okay, and it was sold for $635. I know it's not the same location, but it's something similar we can talk about. I think this thing here will probably be developed and go down the side as towns, because it's 7 acres, but when you see how the layout is, it's long and skinny. So I can't see anybody wanting to do anything else but build a bunch of rows down here and have a side drive for it, unless someone wants a big house on there, and that's possible too. Now, Lions Club Road is in Lancaster, has a house on it. Now I'll show you some real quick pictures on this. The house is no big shakes. Okay, it's okay, but they're really selling the property, but there is a house there and it is livable, and because they're describing it. It is 3.7 acres, and it's just sold for $715. All right, and so that is something we can use as a number. But Powerline Road, one just sold for $785, and you'll see the house here, right? And I think they're trying to show that they can sell off this piece of land beside it, because they highlight that a lot, right? So this piece here, it looks like they want to give possibility of severing this off and have that on its own. And it sold for $785 just recently. These are all recent, within the last 6 months, by the way. And it's 4 acres, so they want to do a 2 acre parcel off of it. Now, this next one here to me is the closest comparable. It's on 6th Concession East. Okay, now it is 4 acres, and the width of it is not as wide as yours, and it sold, like I say, for $850,500. So when we talked originally with some agents before I did all this homework, I was thinking $758. But in this market, the things change so fast. So to me, I think it's probably, this is the closest comparable. Now you'll see here, it's just the dirt, and you got houses beside it. They're showing some properties included with it, but I don't know why they show us, but they are. Anyway, so it's off on the other side of Highway 6, so it's probably 10 minutes from yours. So that is something I think is a good comparable. So I believe we should get that anyways, because the extra 2 acres, don't forget, banks won't finance it. So we have to worry about that as well. Now, the next one is not a real true comparable, but I wanted to show you this because it is something else. On Ridge Road in Stony Creek. Now, right here is the brow. So they call this a millionaire's row because it's a ton of $1 million houses here. So they sold this piece for $860,000. I think there is services along this area, but right here is the edge. So that's a premium lot. It's a comparable, but not a real true comparable because it's somewhere else. And it's 297 deep by 175 wide. Now, we can probably, down the road, sever this piece, but it's not going to happen immediately. Gary, you've been involved in this stuff a lot of times, so you know. So, but I think we are probably list this property at $849 and change or thereabouts, and I think we're going to get some serious activity on it. So this is my opinion. From what I can show you, and the reason why I did this, I'd like to explain to you why I give you a number, not just throw a note at you. So this is it. If you have a ton of questions, by all means call me, and I'm more than happy to help out. And I did search, I took out a lot of listings that were not comparables because they were mostly commercial. Okay, so that's it for now. If you need anything, please give me a call, and I can verify things a little better. Okay, and there are a few attachments in the email that I've sent you. Okay, thanks. Have a great day.